Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Morgan, and today we're going to be, this is actually part 2 of a video series that I'm doing. We're making a paper bag junk journal. So in the last video, I'll link it above in the description or in the cards, and I'll put it in the description box below as well. In that first video, we made the cover, so definitely check that out. And this will be part 2. So I'm just going to be going through making some pages and using some pre-printed pages. I'm using the kit from Linda Israel called Dancing Dragonflies, and the kit itself came with a bunch of pre-printed papers. So I have a stack here of papers that I've just made. This one's obviously pre-printed. This is one of her gel prints that she made that I printed off from her website. So I got that one. This actually stuck to the back of that, so it's got a little bit of paint residue. This is one that I made with the stencil that came in the subscription box, the Dancing Dragonfly subscription box. So I made that. This is just a notebook. I actually got this at the dollar store. Let me grab it here. It's a tiny little composition notebook, but I thought it's like a great size for, something stuck to that, that's weird. I thought it's a great size to use in junk journals. And I also have a regular size composition notebook too that I use. What you do, basically you just go to the middle and then take out these threads here. This is actually a new one, so I haven't used this one yet. But you take out the threads, and then you can just keep it like this together to store it so that papers don't get all over everywhere. And then you can just take the sheets off. You can color them. This I painted with that same spray paint stuff I made. I don't know what to call it. And then I also sprayed it with Tattered Angels, which is a very similar thing. It's a spray. Let me grab it. So this is that product here, and this one came with my subscription box. And Linda also sells this on her website as well. Not this particular one because it's exclusive to the kit, but she has a bunch of different colors. And it just has a really pretty gold shimmer to it, and so you can kind of see that in the page. So I did that. Actually, I think I did this first, then I did the pink on top of it. So that's how I made that. And then on this side, I used the same stencil that I used this for. So you can kind of see that I was just playing around with these papers, just to kind of it's the first time I've ever used stencils like this. So I was just kind of trying to get a feel for it. Now this is an interesting technique that I learned from Linda on her YouTube channel. You put the stencil down, you spray it with the Tattered Angels or whatever kind of spray stuff you're using. And then so this will be sitting like this. You got your stencil in there, you spray it. Then you take a blank piece of paper and you set it down over, and she calls them mop-up pages. And then you just smooth it out, and you mop up all of that extra paint that's sitting on top of the stencil, and you end up with this really cool paper, which I love. I just love that idea. So it makes a really unique, kind of grungy, messy sort of paper. So I thought that was a really cool idea. And then the back of this one, I just sprayed with the Tattered Angels by itself. Got those. And here's another, this was, I think, one of my first ones. This was a mop-up paper, that she calls it. It's kind of, didn't turn out super great. And then again, I just sprayed the back of that one. And then I have a bunch of elements here on this tray. So some of the stuff came in the kit. Then I added all of this fabric and lace and stuff like that. Then I've got all of these sentiments that I cut out from the kit. I've got those. So this lace is actually, this is what it started out as. And I took my purple spray paint stuff that I made, and I trimmed it down just a little bit because I wanted it to be just a little bit smaller, but I painted that, and then I saved the edges that I cut off somewhere. I can't find them now. Anyway, here's what the back looks like. So you could even use that. It's a little bit lighter. But I thought that was so pretty. And in the light, it has just a tiny bit of shimmer from that metallic paint. So, and it's made it stiff where this is kind of floppy. I thought that was just kind of neat. All right. So I think the first thing I want to do is I want to decide which of the pre-printed pages that I want to use. One of the things that she talks about in her, or she shows you in her lives, is how to alter some of these pages. You can leave them as they are, which I love that because it allows you to still be creative with these pages. But if you know, like this page, for example, I don't know which way this goes. Goes like this? Yeah. You could totally write here, you know, but you can leave this page because it's so pretty. So anyway, I'm just gonna flip through here and try to figure out which pages I want to use. It's so hard to decide because they are all so pretty. I think I want to use this one. Actually, I think for my pre-printed pages, I might want to use just these ones that have the decoration on, like, so this is full. I probably won't journal on that page. It'll be just for decoration. But then on this one, I can add some like pockets down here. So I think I'm gonna use that one. I might use that one. So I think I want like 4 pre-printed pages. And I don't really know, like, if I'm looking for something specific. I'm just kind of flipping through these and seeing what catches my eye, I guess. I'm gonna use this one. And this one. Okay. Oh no, I already have 4. Got this one. Okay. I'm trying to keep all my things somewhat organized here. So I'm going through here so I don't get too confused because, yeah, I've got a lot of stuff. Okay. So my 4 pre-printed pages. I think I'm gonna set those to the side here. All right, so this is what I'm using currently, and it is just a cookie sheet with some paper lined in it. So now I'm gonna grab a stencil. Okay, so I've got a little, this composition notebook that I cut down, so I'm gonna use that. Okay, and then for our mop-up page, we're going to use this piece of, I think this is like a Latin Bible, I believe. Came in the kit, so. All right, first thing you want to do is put down your stencil. Now this is a double-sided stencil, which I love the idea of that. So you've got 2 designs on one stencil. All right, so we're gonna grab our tattered angels. I just wanna shake it up so that the mica gets distributed. And then you just wanna spray. Okay, then you wanna put this page over it. Press down like this. And you're just mopping up the extra paint. And then you want to give this a little spray, give it a little more color, and then you just want to dry them. So I'll show you the back side of this one here real quick. You can see that. I'll grab my stencil here, and there you can see the pattern on the back of that one. And it's as simple as that, you guys, which I love it. It's so fun. All right, so now what I'm going to do is dry these with my heat tool, and I'll be right back. Great, so here's the pages that we just made. So that one, and this one. There's the front, and there's the back. So now, one other thing I wanted to show. All right, so I grabbed some more stamps here. These are just Stampin' Up! Stamps that I've had forever. So I think what I want to do is, I'm going to show this one first. So this I got from Amazon, this stamp here, and it's huge. But I liked it because it's like massive. Like you just take, you know, 2.5 swipes here, and then it's done. So it takes up a lot less time. The purpose of doing this is to just kind of add some, I don't know what it would be called, so that to kind of distort the writing on the page a little bit. So I've just got my I got my little page here that I can stamp off of so I don't get it on my pad, on my thing here, mat. So then it just kind of adds some, like another layer of texture and distorts that text on the page. There you go. So I love that. I think it's fun. So I wanted to show you guys that technique. Probably, you know, probably some of you have seen it already, but yeah, I just wanted to share that with you because I thought it was a really neat way to be able to utilize these pages without, you know, having to necessarily see the text on there. So there you go. All right, I'm gonna put that aside for another day. And then we've got this little page here. And I actually think I might use this one because I forgot that I had this stamp set, and I feel like these flowers and stuff are just perfect for this kit. So what I want to do is at the top, I've got this little, I don't know what this is called. So what I want to do is just give a little bit of interest at the top. Okay, remember that it does not have to be perfect. All right, set that aside. And now we're going to come in with this flower here, and we're gonna, I think I'm gonna stamp it in the lower left-hand corner here, just like that. And one of the other things that Linda talks about on her channel is, you know, you don't always have to have like all the embellishments and stuff, because, you know, if you just use a little bit of the stamping, for an example, it can really create a lot of interest and texture on the page without adding bulk to your journal. And then I want to go ahead and just while I'm working on this page, I've got this little Distress ink ink pad. Oh my goodness. And I'm just gonna put some Distress ink around it. All right, so there we go. Now we've got the inside here, and I've got it upside down. And, well, yeah, you could put it like that if you wanted to. Actually, that's kind of cute. I think I almost like that better. Okay, we're gonna go with that. All right, so on the inside here, I think what I wanna do is something that will kind of cover up the flowers here. I mean, not that it really matters. It's not a big deal. So if it doesn't bother you, then leave it. So what I do is I cut out all the elements when I buy a kit and then store them in baggies. All right, and I'm gonna want some sentiments. These are pockets. Yeah, those are pockets. All right, let's set those aside for right now. Purple. That might be just enough. And then I can put my sentiments on there. So let's go ahead and get and then I'm just kind of roughing up this edge here a little bit. Just kind of make it, this is, I think that's torn around the edges maybe. You just kind of start pulling threads, destroying the fabric. All right. Okay, so now I've got that, and got all these sentiments here. And I even cut up the little, it was like a cover page or whatever for the kit. Cut those up because I thought I might want to use those. You never know. All right, so it's gonna be right there like that. And I think I want something relatively small. So got that, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and glue these down real quick, and then I'm gonna go sew around these words to just give kind of, I like that look. So just a little bit of glue, and you don't want to go clear to the edges because you want it to be dry when you sew around it. Okay. Yes, and the glue will go through the paper, so make sure you Okay, let's do this one. Am I in frame? Yes, okay, good. Oh. Okay. Let's stick that down. We're gonna let those dry for just a sec, so we're gonna set those aside. All right, so those will be at the top of the pages. And I think I want I want to do that at the bottom. and a dragonfly at the bottom there. And yeah, then we can go ahead and just journal on the page just like that. I think what I'm going to do is just glue down like the bottom edge of this so that it can be a tuck spot where I can put another little element, which I'll show you in just a second. So let's do right here. Okay. And we're going to glue this guy all the way down. Try not to get too much glue. I am always using way too much glue. Even when I tell myself, don't use so much glue. All right. I'm actually gonna put this on there to kind of hold that down a little. All right. So now for this little tuck spot here, let me see how this fits in here. I don't want to cover that. I feel like it needs to be something horizontal though. There we go. And then what if we do something smaller too, just kind of sticking out the top. Like that. Now I think I want to add, I'm going to add a little fiber to that. So I'm going to grab my crocodile here, and let's poke a little hole at the top. Punch a hole. Guess we're not poking a hole. All right, now the fiber that I actually think I like it better like that. Now that I said I wanted something horizontal, I switch it. That's okay. It's my journal, right? I can do what I want. So I've got this little lace, like yarn type fiber here. It came in the kit. And got this one too, which might be kind of pretty. But I think I like this one. So I'm just going to cut a little bit off here. Okay, and we're just going to put it through the little hole that we made. And I'm destroying this yarn. Oh my goodness. That's okay. There we go. So then that'll just tuck in there like that. So you'll have this thing, this little card here you can do and write on the back of this one, and you can also write on the back of here. So what I want to do now is I want to go to the sewing machine, and I'm going to stitch around the little sentiments here, and then we'll get those glued down. All right, so no judgment on my sewing skills, because I know that they need help. So, oh, hey, you know what? I feel like at least I'm trying new things, Trying to get out of my comfort zone, right? I get points for that at least. I hope. Make sure these are straight here. Yep. And I'm totally okay with the fact that you can kind of still see the, ink through the paper. It's okay. I think what I do want to do though is trim just a skosh off of these, because especially this one, because it just kind of feels like it's kind of wobbly. Then after it dries and it's stuck down, I'll go through and kind of just distress that a little bit, kind of what I was doing, pulling those threads off and stuff, but I don't want to do it now because I don't want it to pop off the page. So, all right, so there we go. So got that page done. Just plain there, and that's okay. All right, here's my pre-printed ones. I want to do some kind of maybe like pocket or something on this page. Now I'm going to grab my bag that has all of my pockets cut out. And some of these are ones I printed out myself, so they're thinner, and then some of them are ones that came in the kit. All right, I think I'll use those two. And I want to get some of my book paper so that I can make my tabs on here for the pocket. So I've got some scraps here that I've already, oh yeah, sometimes you get lucky and they're the right length. All right, so there, got those done. I'm gonna go ahead and fold this just so that I have a reference for the middle of the page. And I'm not gonna do anything to this page. That's just gonna be pretty. So, all right, now on these pages, I think what I wanna do is use some lace. So I've got this piece here, and then I have this, which would be really pretty. I think I might see if I have a thinner lace that's this off-white color. Okay, I've got this one. This is how I store my lace on these cards that I just used a tab punch, and it works really well. So I found this lace here, and I've got this, but that's very matchy. So I don't know how I feel about that. But what I was thinking is, what if I layered? No, it's gonna take. I kind of like that across the top of the page like that, and I might just leave that. I kind of like it. All right, so let's go ahead and cut this piece here. And I always try to cut it just a little bit long so that it's not too short, and then I just cut the extra off and I save it. I have this little basket that I keep all my scraps of lace and thread and stuff like that, which actually I should leave that out because there's some cute stuff in there I might want to use. All right, so we've got that. Now what I use to put down lace is this. I know, I think Linda has used this tacky glue before. That's what she uses, I think, for her lace. Oh, you know what? This is totally rabbit trail just because I just saw this, but what if I put this sequin strip across the lace? Like that. And then I could use some of the little sentiment things I've got here. It's kind of huge. If I did those, that's kind of cute. Yep, that's what we're doing. decide if I want to stitch along the whole page. And I think I do. So, all right, I'm going to do that and I'll be right back. Okay, I love it. I love how it turned out. Okay, yay. That makes me happy. All right, so now the little sequins are secured down there, and then I think what I want to do is just add these to the top here. I think just like that. All right, let's get those glued down. Or do I want to put them under the lace a little bit? Oh, that's cute. Let's do that. There we go. Oh, I love how that turned out. All right, now let's get our edges trimmed here from the lace and the little thread stuff. Okay. Now, as far as something to put in these pockets, I was kind of thinking, I've got all these papers here from an old notebook that I thought might be cute to just tuck in there. I kind of like the purple, I think, out of these. Oh, did some letter practicing there. Got that yellow. That's kind of pretty. I think I'm going to do yellow on this side and purple on this side. So I think let's go ahead and get my tearing ruler here. Now, I don't want to make them so big that they take up, you know, the whole page there, but I'm just going to go right down the middle first. And then I'm going to attempt to tear this off. Very narrow. And then I'll put some distress ink on it. Got glue all over my hands. Oh goodness. I feel like if you're crafting and you don't have glue on your hands, like, did you even do anything? I always have glue on my fingers when I'm doing stuff, paper crafting. Okay, so I've got this one here. Now see how that's like massive, right? Other thing I need to do real quick. Take your bone folder, just come in here and kind of open up that pocket, because sometimes the glue will like squish out and adhere to the page. So see how that's too big. So I think I want to take off some of the side and some of the bottom as well. There we go. think I'm gonna take a little bit more off the top. I'm not very good at guessing. I have to actually, like, that's why I just do a little bit at a time, because I'm not very good at guesstimating. And I don't want to take out too much. There we go. All right, so we'll put those aside. Save our little scraps. All right. So now we've got that writing space in there, but I want to use I'm gonna put, I think, something else in here maybe. I don't know. I wish I had like a, maybe I'll just stamp these. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stamp around the top just to give the writing area a little bit of interest. So, and I think for this one, I want to use my flower. I'll be right back. So I've just got this little floral thing here, and I think I'm gonna do it from the top down. So kind of similar to how we did before with the little floor thingy, whatever it was, whatever that thing was called. Just like that, around the top. There we go. And then that way, just kind of gives it a little, the page itself, a little bit of interest without just being plain. So, all right, so there's that. And then this is the other side, like I showed you before. And I don't think I'm gonna do anything to this because it's just so pretty and I don't wanna cover up any of those elements. So, get that folded here with my little sequins. All right. So now we've got that page done. So far we have this one here, and I feel like this is a lot on this page. I may just put him in there. What do you guys think? Let me know. I feel like this just like takes over the page. I don't know. And then here's the other side.